was exclusively breastfed as a child. And here are all the reasons why you should not feel bad about giving your baby formula. At a very young age, I was getting sick all the time. I mean, like, I had to be put on antibiotics at a very young age. I had to miss a bunch of school. I don't think any amount of breastfeeding would have changed that for me. I still got addicted to hot Cheetos as a teenager. I was like brutally addicted to hot Cheetos. I also have IBS. And again, I don't think any amount of breastfeeding would have changed that. I think my gut microbiome built off of what I eat the majority of my life, not from the year or two that I was breastfed. I almost failed out of middle school and high school. I don't know why I keep laughing at the end of this. I just think it's so funny because there's so much pressure to breastfeed. And it's like, it's gonna make your child so much better, blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm still having all these issues. But yeah, I almost failed out of middle school and high school. I honestly don't even know how I graduated high school. Again, I don't think any amount of breastfeeding would have made me smarter, better, whatever. And last but not least, I deal with anxiety, depression, which, you know, we all know isn't fun. But I just feel like there's so much pressure on mothers, especially when you become a mom, when you get pregnant, to breastfeed. And, you know, we're told it's so amazing for the baby and it's so amazing for their health and their immune system, which I 100% agree. I do think that breast milk is amazing for your child. But if it's causing you stress, if it is giving you anxiety, if it's not fun, if it's painful, don't worry. Your child is going to turn out just fine if you feed them formula. Look at me. I was exclusively breastfed as a baby. Me and my siblings were all exclusively breastfed. We didn't even take a bottle. And we still all have our issues. I'm not some Einstein. I'm not, you know, didn't go to Harvard. I didn't even go to college. I do think that we need to be thinking about the long game and not just the short game of what breast milk will do for our children. I gave my child formula because breastfeeding just was not working for me and it was making me miserable and I wasn't producing enough. We need to be focusing on how can I be with my child emotionally, physically, all these things. How can I be their best support system for the rest of their lives, not just the first year or two? Your child is already gonna be who they are, their personality, their likes, their dislikes. A lot of that's already predetermined. What is not predetermined is their attachment style. That is not predetermined. You determine that, and you have to foster that for the rest of their life.